Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. So Kansas State's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Sooners offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much they'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. On the ground, it's Rice. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Wildcats will line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Just needs a crack to get a return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Trying to beat the D deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Rice. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Kansas State.
This is a play this offense reps over and over and over again in practice, and this quarterback always makes the right decision. He always knows when he needs to keep the football, and then when he does, with his speed and athleticism, he is a problem.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance.
He's off to the races. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. He finds his man.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to run for it. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Sooners have this offense rolling. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early,
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
21, Kansas State, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. The RPO, it's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Quick release by the QB. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got it. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Feeling some heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kansas State, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. What a snag by the defense. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Mims. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. up and over. Yam will be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Hawkins. And the quarterback is snowed under.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll try to do it himself. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They're going to throw it again. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was...
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires one high and deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Another big completion for the Sooners, and that's right in keeping with that legacy of great quarterbacks.
Just dudes that can spin it. The offense is always fun. It's always fast. There's a lot of things about Oklahoma that you can count on. And offense and great quarterback play is always one.
And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. They're working that left side. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. A new set of downs after the completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the counter. Jukes his way for more. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Mims.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's small. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Splits the uprights, good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium.
Comes out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Jones.
They're up by 13 over James Madison. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. trying to get to him. He's going to take off. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it set up on the outside. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd down, going up top. He'll pull it down. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards, pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Rice. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Mims. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rice. Across the 25. He's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. On first down from the 13-yard line. In the red area, it's Small. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Touch pass on the right. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work. They put 6 on the board. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exit. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.